called the Southwestern Turkey Club or something like that. And I want that with fries.